Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And my brothers and sisters, what we're going to talk about right now is something that is massively, crucially important that's caused by the border crisis, the border drama, everything that's going on in Texas right now. This thing is not martial law. This is not civil war like a lot of the people will want to jump into. This is one of the most potent political observations and weapons that has ever existed. And the Republicans are doing work. I'm not all team Republican, but legitimately, when I see them actually doing things that are effective and utilizing something that is based behind the population of the United States for the better outcome, I'm like, okay, guys. Got sick of losing, huh? Well, let me show you some stuff here. And of course, you guys make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. And one of the things that I love about this audience, the communication I can have with you guys, is we have the ability to not only stay in the gun world, but we have the ability to transcend outward and use the lessons that we've learned in the broader political sphere. Because we are hardened political warriors on the 2A side. You guys, we know we have more experience, more court cases, more attacks. We in it. But let me show you this, because this border crisis is much bigger than just popping off in one point in Texas. Look at this, and I want to hear what you guys think, and hopefully I land this plane. Here's a really good summation of what just happened last night. You had migrants in New York City who are released, who were physically beating cops, flipping off the cameras and saying, I deserve this, I can do what I want. Screw America because I'm here. That's a pretty potent statement. Look at that image right there. Suspects in New York PD attack flip off cameras after release from custody. So they not only were released, their attitude is also to walk out and flip off the media and the American people because they're entitled to do it because it's an open border. You understand? That's that optic. A picture's worth 1,000 words. I got 1,000 words for you right there, and I'm sure you guys have some in the description box as well. But that's just one thing. That's the optic. Excuse me. Now let me show you what's happening on the Democrats and the federal side. So now let me show you what's happening in Congress and what the Democrats are doing while that optic that I just showed you is happening because of the crisis of the border. What I'm about to show you is an active vote on the House floor, and the Democrats are voting against expelling migrants who are convicted of DUI. All right, look at the actual footage from yesterday.
On this vote, the yeas are 274, the nays are 150. The bill is passed.
So it passed with 274, and 150 Democrats voted against it. So why would Democrats be voting against a DUI conviction of an illegal immigrant being deported, not exported, deported? Why would that be a thing? Again, going back to the optic, this is so incredibly potent. Everyone in the United States knows this is a problem. Even the Democrats do. I'm about to show you how they're trying to twist this after I show you one more piece. This speaks a bagajillion words, and the Democrats are still supporting it in Congress. They're caught between a rock and a hard place. In fact, they will always tell you what they're afraid of, and that's the fourth clip I'm going to show you. But let me show you what the Republicans are doing. Again, this is not about civil war. This is not about martial law. This is not about an ultimate conflict that's going to happen in a hot war spark. This is about an actual political war. This is an info war. And watch what the Republicans just did. This was yesterday, I believe. Check this out. Leaders of the Republicans.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I want to thank members of the House Republican Conference as well as our special guest, who I will introduce shortly. This is part of a series of events highlighting the impact of Biden's border crisis on the American people. Earlier this week, we hosted a press conference with our colleagues from the Texas delegation, who highlighted the existential and national security threat that the invasion at our southern border that they're facing every single day. Before we get into this conversation, I wanted to first turn it over to our Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, who has been a stalwart leader on the issue of securing the border. And then I will be moderating this event and look forward to hearing from our guests and our other members. Speaker Mike Johnson.
Thank you, Elise. Our Republican Conference chair, she has also been a great leader on this, as have my colleagues who you see around this room. We are dialed in on this. This is a not just a major priority. I think this is the number one priority for House Republicans, and we've been reflecting that since the very beginning of this Congress. We passed H.R. 2 now 9 months ago. That it was the Secure the Border Act, which would have solved this catastrophe before it got so out of control.
All right, so I want to draw your attention to a few things in that clip. House Republicans just said the word invasion, Biden, catastrophe. Then they said leadership, Republican priority focus, and we put a bill out 9 months ago. All of that points to the fact that the Biden administration has done nothing. It's no secret. We all know they've done nothing. They put Kamala Harris in charge of it, and it's been a catastrophe since they were in office. Now, one of the things that's really key and important to understand, this is polling horribly for the Biden administration. They are afraid of it. It's his lowest support point. It's one of the highest priorities of the American people, and that is a political nightmare for anybody, Democrat or Republican. This is why we are going to show the next clip. They will always tell you what they are afraid of. Buckle up and make sure you're sitting down, because what you're about to hear from MSNBC might make you second guess reality in general. Let's go to Chris Hayes, the talking head leftist on MSNBC, and I can't wait to hear you guys' thoughts on this one.
The first half of Donald Trump's term, what did they do? Oh, right. Yeah, nothing. They didn't build the wall. They didn't stem the flow of migrants seeking asylum. They did absolutely nothing to solve the problem when they had unified control. But you know what they did do? You know what they got done? They enacted, again, massive tax cuts for corporations and wealthy individuals, because at its core, underneath all the rhetoric, cutting taxes for businesses, corporations, and rich people is it. It's the single policy focus of the modern Republican Party. It is the only thing they are actually invested in getting done. And so my prediction is that they find a way to pass the tax bill, that it will pass, and the border bill will hit the cutting room floor. We'll see if I'm right.
Class warfare. We can't talk about that. That's horrible. We've got to talk about something else. And what did Trump actually do? You know what? He didn't build that wall. What? This is literally the guy who said even the mention of building a wall was racist, xenophobic, was insane. Republicans hate everybody. If you're not a white person, you're not welcome here. They literally spent 4 years, actually 5 years, lambasting Trump for the fact that he wanted to build a wall, and that was the most xenophobic thing that has ever existed on the entire planet, and he's pretty much the guy with the funny little mustache. And now, all of a sudden, that Biden is getting smoked on this, and the Republicans are kicking their butts. Now it's, well, Trump didn't build the wall, and after all, they did pass tax cuts. They did. Let's get that class warfare going, because if we don't have a demographic bucket that we can pit against each other, we can always go back to class, because we're not socialist or communist. It's for the little guy. Says the guy who getting paid millions of dollars in a $5,000 suit on a leftist network. That might be a video by itself. I look forward to hearing what you guys think. I cannot wait, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.